And then I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna get on. A lot of women do that and then resent the men that they're with because they want it better. If that's not the case, then why do more women file for divorce than men?
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have you heard? You know who Derrick Jaxn is? He's like a big relationship coach.
Oh, he was a big relationship coach.
Well, he's still giving relationship advice.
Who's listening?
So he still has like thousands of followers. So there's people tuned in.
I think those are people that just haven't unliked him yet or unsubscribed.
But they still pressing the like button. So it's probably a whole bunch of like females.
Yeah.
That are
Misery
for a
loves
chance.
company.
Yeah. So him and his wife unfortunately are getting divorced.
That's what I said. That's why I said what I said. Who is still watching this guy? And once they found out he cheated on his wife,
yeah, he had that scandal back
who's
then.
still watching him?
I don't. They didn't make it past that because he has this thing where he had a certain look or certain ideal for his wife. So he wanted his wife like almost like plain Jane, no makeup, no lashes, no weaves, just natural. Like I guess he loved her naturally.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who doesn't like a natural beauty?
Everybody does.
Everybody does? Or does?
Not everybody does, but who cares? Who cares about somebody's perspective on you? You should love yourself. But at the same time, that was his go-to, right? So I
don't believe that.
So it was.
I don't believe it was his go-to.
It was.
If it was,
he said.
Why
that.
did he cheat?
He said that, but you see, the female that he's pictured with currently, it could be currently or in the past, but she's totally different from.
That's what I said.
His wife is. So was it true when he was like, "Oh, I like my wife or my women natural," and then he goes and get with Build It Barbie. So
Derrick Jaxn ended up with the wife that he was with because it was more than likely the best of what he could get at the time.
Yeah.
So what I understand is they married after college. And Derrick Jaxn, I got a heart for him.
Yeah.
Because I was like that too.
Yeah.
That
Spill the tea.
I was no. What did somebody call me? She said I was a friend of mine who I've been friends with since 8th grade, and every now and then we still may exchange a hey or a like button on their posts for Facebook, or mostly Facebook. But she was like, what was something, and I was like, yeah, I know I was nerdy. You don't have to. No, I said I was a cheese ball or something like that. Anyway, I was a cheese ball. So that's why I got a heart for Derrick Jaxn, because it's hard to be a semi-cute, fairly attractive guy who is more smart than cool and confident. So he was just smart and semi-attractive, but the cool and confident is what gets the attraction of other females, especially of those that are attractive and cool and or seemingly confident themselves. So he got what he could get when he was in college, and when he was able to get the cool and confidence of being successful as a relationship coach, then he was able to get those that he had fawned over while he was in college and probably high school.
Yeah.
He just reached it at the wrong point. Derrick Jaxn did not understand who he didn't understand his potential, and that's
you said he basically dated down.
he dated down because that's all he could get.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, and then a lot of people. I don't want to dig myself into a hole yet.
Go
a lot of people do that,
mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna get on. A lot of women do that and then resent the men that they're with because they want it better. If that's not the case, then why do more women file for divorce than men?
Because there is some type of correlation to that, because a lot of times females go with men for their potential instead of what they present themselves as.
And that proves my point.
So I can agree to that.
Yeah, because he never lived up to the potential that she wanted him to be.
Yeah.
And then after a while, she's like, "I'm done trying to wait for you to be who I thought you were. Therefore, I have to go live my best life, and I can't continue to do this." So you definitely that she got the guy at a lower level, expecting him to rise up to that level, but he was comfortable at that level.
Yeah. You definitely, when you're like dating, you have to look beyond potential and look what's presented to you. Look at the facts. Like, what's the facts?
Yeah. So, and when it comes to, well, of course they're getting divorced because I don't know. I can't say of course because I don't know exactly what happened in their bedroom between their discussion. But obviously, to me, after he cheated. That's such a
betrayal.
Yeah, that's such a betrayal to get over. It's a lot to forgive, and forgiveness in itself is hard. I'm gonna tell. So I have this whole thing about forgiveness, and I don't want to like go too far, take this too long. But forgiveness is an emotional wound. It's an emotional scar that has to be bandaged and rewrapped every day because the pain is there just as if it was if it was physical.
Yeah.
And it was obviously too deep of a wound for her. And it was too much for him to be able to heal.
Yeah,
he didn't have it.
And plus the public embarrassment.
Yeah, which caused the deeper and that's also, he didn't have it because I don't think that he ever, in her eyes, had what the football player had. It's kind of easier to forgive someone if they have something that you see, a quality that you see that they can't find somewhere else. And I think the qualities that she saw in him, although that's what she might have fell in love with, wasn't something that she couldn't find somewhere else.
They have longevity to it.
I don't think it's longevity.
Yeah, because it seems like so if you're with somebody and you get with them for potential, there's an expiration to that.
But he lived up to his potential.
Yes and no, because if he can't live up to his potential and make a mistake at the same time.
He made choices. That was not a mistake. A mistake is when you accidentally bump somebody's car when you open up your door too wide.
Give or take, but he, so of course it was intentional, but it was almost unforgivable. Like she was trying to push past
because it was intentional. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't recover after that,
right?
Unless you have like a good understanding of how it's going to go henceforth.
See, but I don't believe it. When I say he lived up to his potential, it's because we never actually put faithful in the potential, because that's supposed to be a given. So when I say he lived up to his potential, he lived up to the success potential of who he could have been, and also in that, because he was able to gather so many followers, he actually was living up to the the verbal capabilities, the ability to express yourself, and all of that stuff. Exactly. So he lived up to that part, but he didn't live up to the expectations of being faithful. But that wasn't what she. I don't believe that's what she was looking at as far as potential, because it was given. It should be and it is given in a relationship that you're going to be faithful unless y'all talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah.
But again, like I was just saying, he didn't. I don't think he knew he was going to be who he was.
Yeah.
So he married her because he thought that was the best he was going to be able to do, even though he still wanted to pursue. So he didn't fully believe his vision. I believe that a man that cheats, I don't even not a man, any person that cheats in a fully committed relationship, and especially marriage, is a person that two things. If it's a regular relationship before marriage, it is that person just didn't like you. He just didn't like you, and that could have been possible in the next one situation too. That person just didn't like you, and they just married you, or they got in that relationship with you because you were the best, easiest choice.
Yeah.
Or if it's somebody that you were actually that were both people were in love and were actually fully committed to a relationship, they've lost vision.
Yeah.
Or they don't have a vision, because without a vision, the people perish. So if you have a vision for what you're trying to achieve in life, for what you're trying to achieve with your children, and with your spouse, and as a family as a whole, and what you want your future legacy to be, if you have a vision for that, that vision cannot be moved by a wayward person passing by, no matter how attractive they are. That's a problem that a lot of people have, and a lot of men have today, is we don't have vision.
Yeah, it's because when they see, like when you're walking together with your other or significant other, you're walking together down like an aisle or something, and you see something that's like attractive walk by, you shouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be breaking your neck. You should be keeping your head focused, not even on what's going on over here, what's going on over there. You should keep your head straight, because once you go like this, you're still walking and moving. What's going to happen? What's happening to this while you're looking back there? And back there is not even looking at you. So
it's the vision. So you know that if you recognize those horse and buggies, and you see those horses that have this on the side of their face, it's, you know what that is. You know what it's for. I'm sure you do. They're blinders. So what they're doing is keeping everything to the left and right of the horse that could possibly spook that horse from being in their line of sight.
Yeah.
And that's what a true vision for a man or a woman, but definitely for a man, a true vision would put blinders on anything that does not fit on the path of where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
And the path of where I'm trying to go is not with somebody that some other woman or some other business proposition.
Yeah. And it's not always a woman.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the same, like, you know what I'm saying.
Look, if you want to go somewhere, if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, better wake up
you trying to get
pay attention. No, you know, sometimes stuff
see,
just hits
side
me.
conversation.
I started saying, like,
that's for me.
I started
That's for me.
saying if you wanna go somewhere, and then it just hit me.
Yeah.
You know,
you
shout out to Whoopi. Oh, speaking of Whoopi, are we gonna remember on the Sister Act?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Anyway, we that would take us down the whole 10. But then, speaking of Whoopi, we got to talk about that Emmett Till movie.
Yeah, it was very profound.
We gonna talk about it now?
We can.
Okay, bet.
But
I love
it. We are going to take 5.
Take 5.
So while we do that, we need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because we had good content here.
Great conversation.
Yes.
So we are Black Press.